Hello, welcome back to I'd say a pretty pleasant, actually, Sunday afternoon here in the Algarve, and I'm having a little bit of a tidy up around the back of the house. It's about time, but I wanted to wait until the right moment. On Friday, I managed to get the boiler set up. Pretty basic, but it'll do the job. And now the shower at the back there, yeah, we got all this mess, so that's why I thought now is a good time to get this all cleared up. I've taken quite a lot of stuff down the end of the garden that I'm going to be reusing, but the rest of that, I was holding on to it thinking, don't get rid of it just yet because it might come in useful. But now, just get rid of it all. Might take a couple of runs, but I'd like to get that out of the way today and then have a good fresh start working on the rest of the house. Got the IBC tank connected to the cisterna, which is fantastic. It was already full, but I wanted to connect it up anyway. And now it's overflowing, of course. The IBC tank is a go-between at the moment because I needed the wall clear so I can render it and get paint on it. When that's done, I can run the pipe down and then it'll all be underground and I'll put the IBC tank somewhere else. So after I had my first hot shower, luxury, I saw the house was lighting up around, but I didn't hear anything. So I thought I'd investigate. It's pretty intense. I've not seen that amount of lightning one after the other in succession in all my life. So I thought I'd go to the back of the house through the patio door, open it up and take a gander. Yeah, that shook the life out of me and the dogs. They immediately jumped up and came over to me. It was like that for about an hour and a half. So intense, it was brilliant. So I shut the door, let it pass. Immediately after it had gone, I went outside and we were greeted with a beautiful full moon, which was rather nice. And here we are now, having a tidy up. Onwards and upwards. It's a lovely thing about living in this sort of environment. I love thunder and lightning. Back home, never really got to enjoy it too much because I stare out a window and I'm just looking at a neighbour's wall. Here, with the panoramic views, you get to see it all. In the meantime, I went out this morning to get some more materials, and while I was out checking out this wall, it's finished now, but I've been monitoring it since the guy started. Brilliant. It's so straight. Meantime, back out here, this has definitely smartened up this area, but obviously as I put the shower out the back here, I want to make sure that I'm not tripping over anything. I've already mentioned this is temporary while I'm sorting out the bathroom. It's got to last me a bit of time. I've got the washing machine out here now, and again, it's not very pretty, but it does the job and will last me until I'm ready and got the bathroom sorted out. But at least now I can have a nice hot shower and I can be nice and clean, and I can wash my clothes, which is even better. But out here, not tripping over anything, that's a good start. Oh, the joy of working upside down. Here goes. Let's try it. This way first. So not been looking forward to this. Okay, gonna leave that for 10 minutes. Let it do what it's got to do. Not too bad. I didn't lose too much dropping it down there. Working upside down is never fun. I made the MH19 as gooey and sticky as possible. And I'm doing the smaller window first because then afterwards obviously I've got to do the patio door area and that's longer. So I'll get that one out of the way. But I need to order the glass, so that's why I need to do this now. And maybe in 2 weeks' time, because the frame is already here. And I can get that all sorted out. This is the only thing I'm chasing at the moment. And after that's done, I can just chill out and go at my own pace and just do things without rushing, which would be really nice. My mind is preoccupied at the moment because of Will. Will, are you there? Will, good boy. I've got a vet's appointment in about an hour actually, so I better get on with that. But beautiful Will down here. It's his tail. Before he walks off, it's drooped down. It's been like that for a few days and I haven't been paying too much attention to it. I just thought maybe he's getting a bit older or something. But then this morning went out for a walk and I could see normally his tail sticking up in the tall bush and he's jumping around. But he's jumping around all right, doesn't seem to be in any pain, but I'm not seeing his tail. So I'm really hoping he hasn't damaged it badly and I'm really hoping it's not broken. I'll let you know how that goes in a minute, but my mind is a little bit on there, but I've got to finish that first. Window's sorted out now, that's pretty cool. Patio door, first layer is done. I'm going to leave it a couple of hours, then I'll put a top layer on there and be very patient. Sides tomorrow. Treat time for the boys. How's Will getting on? Bless him. How you doodling, Will? Good boy. Good boy. Got to get him out of that van. Now he can do what he wants. So we went to the vets, had an x-ray, No broken bones, which is really good. It's halfway down his tail. There is inflammation, and from that point down, his tail is really fluffy. He's on antibiotics and painkillers. Hopefully that will do the trick. He's got a week worth, and I'll go back next week and double check. It is part of reality, isn't it? I mean, he's nearly 9 years old. He's probably close to my age in human terms, and we're past our best. And it's all downhill from now, physically. She did say, however, that he looked really healthy and thought he was a lot younger than he was until she checked his eyes. A little bit of glazing going on there, possible cataracts further down the line, but that's normal with these dogs. Brings back reality, doesn't it, about what's important and what isn't. And yeah, everything I'm doing here, as I've mentioned many times, it's not that important. You just got to try and take it all in and live day for day. But all is good. Of course, on the flip side, Wednesday, managed to damage my tank there. I think I need to respray it. Dogs ran out of treats. So I thought I'd go and get them some. Ran out of petrol, so I stopped off and started to fuel up. Wasn't paying any attention. It was bound to happen at some point. I put diesel in by mistake. The nozzles on diesel are bigger than the normal petrol ones, but I don't drop it all the way in because it's a tiny tank. And I like to see the fuel going in so I can top it right up. I got 2 litres in before I realised I didn't start it, fortunately, and I wheeled it down to a garage. A really lovely family-run business, and we tipped the bike over on its side on some tyres in an area where they're allowing the spill.
No, the other one came already out. To the front. Wait, careful. This is done.
Did splutter around a little bit, but 5 or so minutes later it was up and running. I got back here, but I got back here late, past the dogs' feeding time, and Chris unfortunately had found the food and eaten it all, so I had to go back out again and get him some more. The treats he didn't get that night. Useful. That's not turned out too bad. Just added a little bit more in there a minute ago. I'm going to leave them both overnight now. That's not the finish, that's a base coat. I'll be using a fibre mix over the top of this. Yeah, it's worked out all right. I'm going to leave it overnight and we'll take the clamps off tomorrow. Hunters are out. Let's get scraping. What is it? What is it? What is it, baby? What is it? Eh? There's your beautiful tail. Eh? Eh? What is it, baby? And check it out. Oh, there's the sheep. Okay, go check it out. Come on, let's get you boys some treats. Come to you. That actually took a couple of hours to set this up to make sure I was completely square. So it's a bit later in the day. Right, let me just show you this quickly. I'm going to do this in 2 layers because it's pretty damn thick. So I've left about 1 centimetre in off of the edges here. I'll come back tomorrow and do the rest of that and smarten it up. Top is looking good, so the sides will look just as good tomorrow. I've left a gap underneath each side here, as you can see. That's so I can get the step in there matching it to that one over there. And then tomorrow I'll carry on and get the window sorted out. Wind is picked up, everything's cleaned up, boys need their walk. So from me and the boys, until next week, take care, look after yourselves. Of course, before you disappear, if you haven't already, subscribe, helps with the algorithms, and thumbs up, notification bell. Every time I put a video up, you'll be notified so you won't miss a video.